with Black America. And the first legal slave owner was a black man. It blew my mind. How could it be so that that black man went to court? Anthony Johnson, look it up. That the black man went to court, won a lawsuit to own other black people. So you telling me a white judge granted him ownership of two other black people as a black man in the 1600s, respected enough to go to court and have a voice in court to win the rights to own other black people for the rest of their lives. And then I went to research other people, which Anthony Johnson was a very successful, wealthy black man at the time. And as you go through the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, you see that there's a tremendous amount of black men who owned slaves, who owned other black people. Hundreds of black people owned slaves. Hundreds of black men owned hundreds of black slaves during slavery. Another thing I found out that blew my mind, I couldn't believe it. I went through and looked at the slave states and looked at the free states. And it was the exact same amount of free states as there were slave states. And then I did more research and I said, well, what percentage of white people own slaves? I thought it was 90%. It's like, the numbers have varied in different research that I've seen, but I've seen numbers, 6% is almost the highest number I've seen of white ownership of slaves in the South. 6%. So you're telling me 94% plus of white people didn't even own slaves. But yet our entire plight of the black community is because of slavery. Look at the 1920s and 30s when Black Wall Street was around and black people prospered. Single family homes were taboo. You talk about 20% single parent rate. Now it's 7.
On that note right there, I remember watching old 1930s, 1940s movies, and you'll see the jazz scenes where they got the people in the jazz and the clubs, and all the black people are dressed really nice and really fancy and actually dressed better than most of the white people. On that note, I'm gonna stop this video.